What just happened? I was just adjusting my headset and getting stuff done outside of VR, and I think I might have fallen out of the map. Okay, what a start. There's no way I can reach that. I might have to reload. Oh my, even the trees here have anomalous properties. Oh, this is so weird. And yet, strangely on brand. Oh, this is the kind of thing that would happen to me, isn't it? How far can we actually take this? This seems to be the definitive edge of the map. Can we walk right off the side? Yeah. We can! Oh, goodbye, Vano. Oh, this would happen to me. Ooh. Okay, I guess we've reached the next level of what is essentially the back rooms. I don't recall pulling you off my back. What happens if we try to take our bag out? It's not reacting to the falling at all? What happens if we try to use... Oh, it's so hard to pick anything up, though. It's like the hitboxes on everything are just going all over the place, except for the gas mask. Well, I'm already bored. Well, whatever that nonsense was aside... Hello, everyone, and welcome back, once again, to Into the Radius. And unfortunately, I don't have a ton of time to record today, but I do still want to get an episode out. And after the absolute insanity that was the factory run, I think it's time for a breather episode. But before we get started, I really feel like the goal for this should be to try and learn from the mistakes that made everything harder for me last time. So that's going to mean buying a whole ton of AP ammo, probably buying a different sight. But before we do that, some of you had actually told me that you can change the zoom setting on this scope. So if we look down there, we can see all the stuff that's on that platform. But if we mess with this thing, it's kind of hard to get to, but we go like that. And, oh yeah, look at that. It is actually quite different. Thing is, I feel like I'm still gonna get a different one. Keep it on me, not sell it. But I'm gonna get the other one just to see if I can maybe be a little bit more useful in close quarters. Because, here's the thing. I want to go back and grab an AK from that factory. One of the ones we were forced to leave behind. The tide shouldn't matter because we touched them both. And I think maybe a rifle could replace the shotgun, right? So anyway, our shotgun is going to be staying here this time. And we can store our long guns here, as you said, but does it actually, like, snap on, or is it just, like, There's not really a good way to make that happen, though. Like, we can't really store it like a rack. I was kind of wondering if there wouldn't be, like, snap slots or something. But let's do our great second upgrade. Let's just get you all nice and cleaned up. And that should keep you in the game for a while longer. But what we really need for you is AP. Hey. Well, I guess I don't mind if I do. Candle and everything. Wow. Actually, wait, I wonder... Can we actually... Oh, we can light the candle! Oh, this is what VR is all about, interactivity. Well, anyway, I was gonna buy a new sight, but some of you have helpfully informed me we can actually use the range at any time to try before we buy. So I'm gonna head over there and do that. You guys were correct. This is tremendously useful. I've just been to the back of the range and seen that not only does stuff spawn here, but we actually have full access to the store and upgrade machine, so we can try anything before we buy. So we're going to try a couple of different scopes with the SKS. Obviously, this is better for, like, close range. And for medium range as well. Although it definitely seems like long range, considering the limitations of VR. What I've realized is that when you look through a scope, yeah, resolution really does not play friendly with that. Now this is one scope that was there, or one sight rather, but let's try a different one. So get rid of you, grab you. This is the one I really wanted. We could use this one as well. However, I feel like that actually, like, is a little bit limited in VR. Like, it just limits my field of vision so much with the wide bezels. So maybe we will just go for the cheaper one. What is with all this floating food? And more importantly, why am I eating it all? As defined by me, is to recover one of those AKs from the factory, and recover some artifacts and make some money while we're at it. Is going to be to recover one of those AKs, test out our new gear, and maybe grab some artifacts while we're at it. Oh, and one more. We've got to try and find that safe house on the factory grounds. Hello, random box in the middle of nowhere. Could certainly use one of you, especially since I forgot to leave with one. Huh. After yesterday's events, it's really eerie to find this place so empty. The place was absolutely swarming when last I was here. But let's use that to our advantage to get the hard stuff out of the way first. Now, I actually noticed this in editing. What is all this over here? Oh, that's strange. And actually, these are more of those tall flowers that we saw in the sequence in the beginning, and also in a place where we found another artifact. But just what are these things? Well, I'll certainly accept the gift of ammunition, even if it's for weapons we don't currently have. Man, it is so weird for all this to be so silent. And you know, when the space isn't full of things trying to kill you, that's when you take a moment to appreciate the scale and detail of it. Real eerie when there's nobody about. Are you shimmering? Is that armor? It's kind of hard to see. I can't tell if you're moving or not. No, I think you're an enemy. Okay, so what do we do about you? I don't trust the hitboxes around these edges is the problem. Yep. Yep. You're a guy. Okay, come on. Did I get you? You got me a little bit, but I think you're down. Sometimes I don't hear any kind of scream from you, but I think there's more over there. Yes, I know my light makes me visible, but I also need to be able to see, especially when the enemies are pitch black in a pitch black room. I can hear them moving on my left. I think we keep moving and run for cover. We want to do this as painlessly as possible. Yeah, the problem is I can never tell if I'm hitting you or not. Well, until you go down at least. But I think those AP rounds definitely made a difference. Now, what are we doing here? Right here was where we found the Mosin, which we find still here. How long until the tide? 22 hours, so plenty of time.
Where are you?
Now that sure does sound close, doesn't it? Okay, let's be ready. Yep! Now I've loaded up this pistol with AP rounds as well. Let's see if they're still quiet. Run to cover, run to cover, run to cover! Man, you guys are just not dying. Even with AP. Now, will that door still be blown down? It will. Excellent. Ooh, there's a note here. Get an elevator here. If you want me to mop the basement, I shall complain to the union. Okay, so is that just a gag note, or is that meant to tell us that there is a basement we can explore? In any case, I am here to claim my prize. Cannot wait to get back home and start cleaning you. Now we can just place that right in there. And we've got it. Ooh, and we can climb right out the window. That's convenient. Oh, I see. Yeah, I couldn't tell at night, but now I see what we're doing here. That's a ladder that probably goes down into that tank. Yep. Well, I suppose there's plenty more exploring we can do while we're here. In the meantime, maybe we'll take a 1-hour nap just to replenish our health. There we are. I'm so annoyed, but also kind of glad that I was able to make a run home yesterday. Not a bad spot at all, I must say. Well, it's a pretty bad spot, but, well, sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do. I would have happily taken it. Now, what's your note? Found a nice and cozy place in a hangar at Pobeda Factory. Already bought a couch and supplies to last me a while. Starting to feel homey. Okay, now, I've had a lot of trouble finding stashes, but I think I can locate those hangars. Now, I've already been inside one, so now I've got to try another. Now, one issue is, if I sleep, will it take me to tomorrow? Like, is there any way to wake up still, well, today? Because we are cutting it dangerously close to the tide, that's the only thing. Maybe I just move on? I mean, the hangars are right here. Yeah, let's go. Now, I think we visited the other one, not this one. Well, there's another note on the ground over there, some supplies. And maybe it's going to lead us on a scavenger hunt at this rate. Ah, there's a stash. I've only been here a week, but I'm hearing voices? It's some girl. She tells me things I couldn't have known otherwise. Stories of children, soldiers, the history of this place. Am I making things up? Christ, I need a smoke. I'm not proud of my addiction. The only way to comfort myself in this place. Some ammo. I don't think we entered this one before, did we? There's that giant again. Yep, this must be the one. Although it's not much of a stash. Yeah, even the magazine is in terrible shape. Is there maybe something else here? Not that I can see. Oh, but there is a note. D. Apparently I'm stuck in this strange zone where no one can get out. I've seen ghosts? Aliens? I wasn't even that far into the zone when I ran into them, so I'm worried what I'll find when I get deeper into this place. Did you come from the outside? The biggest point remains, though, we are not the first ones Katya has talked to. Maybe that should concern us more than it does. Only because, like, she doesn't mention any others before me. Her tone actually seems to indicate that, like, we're somehow special in being able to hear her. But if that's not true, then... well, what else isn't she telling us? Now, what is that strange glow coming from over here? A light left on the ground here. Well, it's not much use to us, but it's certainly got my attention. Yeah, there's definitely been a real lack of enemies here. I'm starting to think maybe it probably spawns more enemies when there's a job going on. Ooh. And we've got a deceased researcher inside there, which means potentially some lootables. Oh, these things are absolutely swarming all over this building. Here's what I'm thinking right now, and the reason I'm moving more in this direction. That plant has been completely eviscerated. But I can hear them inside. I'm thinking if we move up, we can investigate what this wilderness is over here and unlock another area while we're at it. I mean, even opening up new sections of the map gives us more to look at from base, which does further allow us to plan our next moves. Oh my god. Okay. Yep. Did that work? No, it did not. Another one. Yep. That's really not working. But you guys are seemingly stuck. Yeah, even the AP takes quite a bit to crack that. If these guys are going to be the norm, things are going to be getting a lot more difficult for me. Yeah, I really, really do not think a child was standing there when all this went down. And you know, I've been thinking about how the doors on the bottom levels of the main factory are all boarded up and barricaded. Can we climb this? No. Right here, bud. Come on now. Oh, you're on the outside of that wall, eh? Oop. Now the question is, does that armor only count for the parts of you that it covers? Like, for example, it looks like one of your legs and your head isn't covered. Oh, no. Ah! No, 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 no. Okay, that's you down. And something crazy is going on up there. Yeah, it is getting far too late. Yeah, it is getting really late. And whatever we're looking for, it's beyond this wall. So I think we're going to have ourselves a camp out tonight. We have 15 hours until the tide. Oh no. See, I was hoping the topography would go in the opposite direction from where it's currently going. But it looks like we're going down instead of up, down into that trench. I can still see for now, so I guess I'll keep the light off so as not to be seen from a distance. Oh, this is so not good. Can we make it down there? And are you moving? I think at least one of you is. Alright, we're definitely going to need our light once we're down there. Yeah, we're clearly not meant to be doing this based on all the levitating we're doing. If any one of you is a shooter, I am in some serious trouble. There you are. Okay, keep moving, keep moving, keep moving. And we can climb up here. Come on. Come on. Yep. Oh, seriously? You're not going to let me get that last little bit up? Thank you. Now, you can't climb too, can you? Yeah, that's what I was hoping for. This is it. This does not seem like a safe spot to sleep. Even if they can't climb up here, those distant silhouettes are still proof that they've got a good angle down on me if they want to take some shots. And who'd want to sleep under an image so eerie? Answer? Well, maybe like me, they didn't have a choice. What have we got here? Some AP rounds we'll happily accept. Oh, I'm nowhere and you need to know about. Sergey, if you come by the shelter, I'm harvesting regen artifacts in the anomaly field under the power lines up the hill from the truck. There's only a cluster of distortion anomalies, and the guys in Vano are not very patient about me bringing more back. I should be back by dark. Okay, well, regen artifacts would certainly help us out a great deal. From the sound of it, you still have not moved off. Nope. But let's have a look at what we're doing here. It looks like if we go up and to the left, we should encounter another building and a road into a previously unexplored territory. So let's just light this up. 2 more here, so 3 of these guys on our tail. Let's just run right past. I should have eaten some breakfast first. This is why they say it's the most important meal of the day. Yeah, that tower right there is probably the building on the map, meaning we're heading out that way. And maybe we could find some artifacts in there. More of you. Oh, wait, there's a case over there. Alright, you might be worth killing for this. Hang on, wait, why am I always turning this thing off? Ah, a whole treasure trove of ammo. Of course, most of it for weapons I do not own. Are you a seeker? You are, and there's shooters up on top of the wall. There we go. Not a ton of ammo left in this thing. Oh, this is gonna be so hard. Ow! Alright, run. I can't even see you. I can't even see you. Okay, I'm not gonna be able to make this. Let's just go. Let's just go. I can't shoot what I can't see. Another one of these, eh? Well, at least we can get a magazine. Is it for this? I honestly have no idea. Come on. Thank you. So, at this point then, if I'm understanding this map correctly, what we're seeing up here, let's just point with the old gun, That's probably the wall. And at the moment, we don't really have a good way to get through there. Now, here's another issue we're running into at this moment. At this rate, we're pretty much going to get stuck in the tide. So I think rather than try and make our way out of that and not deal with it, let's just try and have some artifacts in our inventory before that happens. Oh, this is going to be a tough one, I can tell. Look at all this climbing. Yeah. Almost didn't see you there. Almost. Let's go. Yep, we ain't climbing that ladder. Nothing over here. But something over here. Okay. Now, what else can we get? We also want to remember to be down there when this thing goes, so we can grab that gun. Oh, you want me to climb up here? Okay. I mean, sure, why not? Why not? I mean, what was I doing with this life anyway? You know, I mean, I've had a good run. Doesn't really matter. We can just spend our one and only life doing stuff like this. And there appears to be nothing over here anyway. Alright, let's try and climb down, which is not an easy thing to do since, you know, in reality there's a floor under me. Yep. How long until the tide? 17 minutes? Okay. Let's just sit tight, wait, and be ready for whatever might be in front of us when it comes. There it goes. And here we go, for better or worse. Now we're gonna have some questions answered. And here we are. And here you are. Well, that's why we have to have a gun ready. Seems that's 2 for 2 on spawning us very close to some hostiles. And I pretty much know where we are. This is that shell of a building where we found those explosives. Okay, we are gonna have to shut you up real quickly. Alright, let's get out of here and take some missions so we can progress in the next episode. Even though I can hear them in there. Thankfully, getting out is easier than getting in, generally speaking. Even if they see me, we can just kind of ditch. Well, unless you're a seeker, in which case you're going to make this more difficult. If you're a shooter, well, you're smart enough not to follow. And by smart enough, I mean you make things convenient enough for me. There we go. Let's at least make it worth our while on the way back, right? Another of these things. And you know what? Maybe we will check out the treehouse. Alright, it looks like we can maybe access this from right here. Maybe just. But then again, maybe not. Maybe this one will be safer. Alright, let's leave this here. And mask up. Alright, we can duck under you on the left. Climb up here. This one affected not just what was on the land, but the land itself. Interesting how it actually brought it up and sort of like twisted it into the spiral shape. Almost like you can see an explosion rising up out of the crater. I got a little disoriented by the waviness there. But then like a spiral above that? Yep, nope. There we are. And there's more to find. Are you something new? Heavy helix. Ah, so we can indeed find these outside of missions. Okay. Now, what else? Maybe something in that shack over there? Yeah, I think we need to move down. Actually, I don't think this shack is going to be accessible at... There we go, something new. Well, not new, but, you know, new for right now. And there's still probably one more to be found. I'm thinking probably on one of the lower levels of the spiral itself. So if we move around here and over the dip... Oh, this breathing really sounds like it's time for a new filter, but... There you are. Don't roll off. Don't roll off. Alright. This should at least pay for the ammo we bought for this trip. Howdy, bud. Do we have ammo left for this thing? We do not. Alright, well, you get to waste a bit of ammo. And now we should probably move. Ooh, there... Actually, it sounds like a rift is in there. I don't know, where would you like me to be? Howdy. More. Is it in here? Yes, it is! Yep, just one hand in SKS. Things you do in desperate times. You know, this is another example, and it's gonna be less for you. I've realized that in editing, because I'm gonna, like, EQ this thing so you can hear my voice better. But in these moments, when there's an anomaly nearby, when there's all these enemies, when there's all this screaming and shouting, it's really very intense, and it's so overwhelming, but in such a good way. Especially when you get to enjoy that stillness that comes afterward. I have earned this, I think. Well, that was a fun and somewhat rewarding, but still more difficult than expected, not a mission. I mean, yeah, we got some good artifacts, we got a couple of good weapons, both of which are still in repairable condition, despite the sort of messy look of them. However, I have to say, like, the AP ammo was not the game changer that I was expecting. I mean, it still took quite a few hits, especially on the pistol. I'm actually kind of starting to think that maybe it's not worth taking AP on the pistol, and I should instead focus that money on the rifle rounds. But we did get a couple of new rifles for our trouble, an AKM and an AK-74. Man, there's just something so satisfying about this, isn't there? Finding wrecked old firearms you find out on the field and bringing them back here and getting them back in shape, back into perfect working order. I don't know, there's all kinds of simulator games where, like, you restore old cars, tanks, planes. Maybe a gun restoration and modification game would be pretty fun if such a thing doesn't already exist. But let's see, will the oil come off of you when I bring you out? No, it won't, and I can't seem to scrub it all off. So hopefully that weird glow goes away after the next save. But you are now in perfect condition. Now to do your friend, so let's just stick you in here and get out your friend, the AK-74. And that is you done as well. And now I guess I'll just get a couple of magazines for you, maybe try and restore a couple of the ones that I have. Now, I'm not saying I'm going to sell you, but if I were to, $1,000, not bad at all. Maybe since you're more all-purpose, we should keep a slot open so that we can always bring something back to restore for money. All this stuff will pay for the site and a good amount of the ammo. And I'd say we did pretty well. Hang on. I'm starting to wonder now, are missions maybe available outside of missions? Hang on, delivery, no delivery. Do I have to accept the job and then, we might have just discovered something new. That's so bizarre. Let's try it. I mean, if not, we'll go and do it. Oh, it wants us to find 2. So then that means that I'm probably holding the one from right here, and the other one it wants me to get is in Bolotki Village. Dang, okay. I did not know that this was a thing that could happen. In order to unlock ourselves a new priority mission, we're gonna head into Bolotki Village, clear out everything right here, and then grab the rest of this mission here, as well as recover some, like, documents or something. I didn't even read it. This'll probably be a bit of a shorter episode. Like I said, I don't have all that much time to record, but it was fun at least, and, well, it definitely served to get us some nice new hardware to play with when we go to clear out that area. But if you like this video, please remember to like, comment, and subscribe for more creepy and comfy content. If you have any ideas for other videos you think I should do, the best place to suggest that will be at the Discord, which I will link in the description. If you want to try this game out for yourself, that link will also be in the description. If you want to support me on Patreon, that link will be in the description. And as always, I will see you in the next one.